Hello dear students, today we shall discuss the spherical coordinate system and the spherical coordinates are r, theta and phi. So in the earlier classes we have discussed the two types, that is Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, so now we will discuss the third one, that is the spherical coordinate system. Okay, so now we have the three coordinates r, theta and phi. Okay, and the range of coordinates that we have already discussed, and I would like to recall that the r ranges from 0 to infinity. Okay, theta is the angle. I will show you just in the diagram. So theta ranges from 0 to pi. Okay, and phi ranges from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so these are the range of coordinates in a spherical coordinate system. Fine. Okay, now why we study this coordinate system? As we have already discussed that because sometimes we come across in EMT or electromagnetic fields or theory, sometimes we come across those surfaces which have spherical symmetry. Okay, so if we come across or we want to analyze those surfaces which is having a spherical symmetry, then we need to study this spherical coordinate system. Then only we can analyze the problems with spherical symmetry. Okay, so now we will continue this discussion, and I will show you what is r, what is theta and what is phi. So with respect to this Cartesian coordinate system, again I will mark the axis. The axis are, this is x-axis, this is your z-axis and this is your y-axis. Okay, so there are three axes. Okay, now we have already studied the two coordinate system, that is Cartesian and cylindrical. Now the third one, how we will represent. So let us locate a point. Okay, now let us locate one point, and this point is, let's say P is the point. So we have located one point and the point is P. Okay, now the line joining the vector, or you can say the vector representing or joining this point with the origin. Okay, so this here is your origin. So a vector representing this point is the r vector. Okay, this one is your r vector. This is origin O, and this vector is your r vector. Okay, so this first r is the vector joining this origin to the point P, and that is represented by r. Okay, now the angle made by this r vector with the z axis. Okay, the angle made by this r vector with this z axis, and that angle is theta. So another variable is this, the angle made by this r vector with the z axis is theta. Okay, now we will have the projection of this r on the xy plane. Okay, on the xy plane we will have the projection. Okay, how we will have the projection? So I will show you how I will have the projection. So we will have the projection of this r vector on this xy plane. Okay, so this is the projection. This is the projection of this r vector on the xy plane. Means if I want to have the projection of this r on the xy plane, we will draw the line like this, and the angle made by this projection with the x-axis is representing your phi angle. So this is angle is phi. So it is clear now what is r vector, what is theta and what is phi. Now in which direction they are increasing, so the direction in which they are increasing, in that direction only we will show their unit vectors. Okay, so this r is increasing from 0 to this point, so the direction of this r vector will be in this direction. Okay, So this will be your AR. This is the direction of AR. Okay. Now theta. Theta is, it is starting from Z axis and it is increasing, okay, in this direction. It is increasing in this direction. So obviously we will have this, we will have this curve, like theta is increasing in this way. See how it is increasing. It is increasing in this direction. Okay, so this is the direction in which it is increasing. Okay, this is the direction. So obviously a vector tangentially, a vector from P, okay, and tangential to this direction will give you the direction of this A theta. Okay, so this is giving you the direction of A theta. Fine, all are mutually perpendicular to each other. See, r, theta and phi all are mutually perpendicular to each other, like x, y and z. So AR and A theta, two vectors we have got. Now in which direction this phi is increasing? Okay, so we will plot this point phi also. So in which direction this phi is increasing? So phi is increasing from the x-axis in this direction. Okay, so we will make the phi like this. We will make the phi like this. Okay, so this is the direction of phi. So it is in its tangential direction. This is the direction, and we will make a vector parallel to its tangent. Okay, this curve, the tangent of this curve, if I make it parallel at this point P, then how we will do it? It will be in this direction, and this is your A phi. Okay, and now I will show you how they are mutually perpendicular. So all are mutually perpendicular to each other. These three vectors, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, all are mutually perpendicular to each other. Fine. So now I will join these 2 points also, and it will be clear to you that how it is taking the shape of a sphere. See, so in this way you can see in one quadrant, if this plane, see this plane, see if this plane is rotated all the 360-degree in the along the z axis in the upper and lower half, then it will have the sphere. Okay, what I am saying, if this r vector, okay, is rotated with angle theta being pi and with angle phi being whole 360-degree, then it will take the shape of a full sphere. Okay, so that's why we say that it is of spherical symmetry. Okay, now as we have resolved some vectors, as we have resolved some vectors, or you can say the relationship between cylindrical and Cartesian. Okay, Cartesian and cylindrical, likewise we will resolve the relations here also. Okay, so now you can very easily see, now we can very easily see that what will be this r vector. Okay, what will be this r vector? This r vector will be root under x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, if a p point is there in a three-dimensional plane, if a p point is there in three-dimensional plane, so obviously the coordinates of this p point in terms of x, y and z will be what? Let's say the coordinates of this p point in Cartesian system is x, y and z. Okay, now we will develop the relation between this spherical coordinates, that is r theta phi. Okay, let's say we have we have this r theta phi, that is spherical, and we want the transformation into this Cartesian, that is x, y and z. Okay, we want this transformation. So we want this transformation. So if P point is there and the coordinate of P point is x, y, z, then R equal to what? R will be equal to just the root over of x square plus y square and plus z square. So this will be your R. Okay, fine. Now what is this theta? How we will determine this theta? Okay, so let's say you have this right triangle. Okay, you have this right triangle. This is your right triangle. Okay, and theta is the acute angle, let's say. Okay, so tan theta, what will be the value of tan theta? Tan theta will be what? Tan theta with respect to this theta, what will be tan theta? Tan theta will be this perpendicular upon this base. And what is this perpendicular? This perpendicular is your root over x square plus z y square. Okay, since this is xy plane, so this is your x square plus y square. Okay, and upon this one is your z. Okay, so in this way we can have the relation. So we can write theta is equals to tan inverse of root over x square plus y square and upon z. This is your theta. And phi equal to what? Phi is the tan inverse of y upon x. Phi equals to tan inverse of y upon x. Okay, so we can for simplicity we can draw one more diagram. Okay, through one more diagram I can make you understand this. Okay, so I will draw one more diagram. Okay, and that will help you to understand it in a better way. But before that, let me resolve another relation. Okay, between now, if we are having x, y, z, we can convert it into r, theta and phi through these formulas. But vice versa, if we have r, theta and phi, then how we can convert it into x, y and z, that we will see. Okay, so let's say this is your x axis. Okay, so what will be this x? What will be this? Let's say I'm representing it with another color. So let's say this is your x. Okay, this is your x. So what will be the value of this x? This x will be r. See, if some vector is there, okay, and this is theta, and let's say this is a vector. Okay, so this is your x and this, sorry, and this one is your y. Simple vector resolution. This is your y. So what we write? X equals to what we write? Since this a vector is making angle with theta with x, so x we write a cos theta. Okay, and if they are mutually perpendicular to each other, so we write y as 90 minus theta, so it is a sin theta. Okay, we can write this. So similarly, see this r vector. This r vector is making theta with the z axis. So what angle will be made by this vector? This vector will be your, on z axis, your z will be r cos theta. So this vector will be r, because it is 90 minus theta. This angle is how much? This is 90 minus theta. Okay, so this vector will be your, this vector will be r sin theta. Okay, so this vector is your r sin theta. Now this r sin theta, and if I resolve on the x axis, so r sin theta cos phi. So this x will be, this x will be how much? This x will be x can be written as r sin theta and rotate to this direction since phi is the angle, so r sin theta and cos phi. So this is your x resolution. Okay, what will be the y counterpart? Y counterpart. So r sin theta, and if I rotate towards x, it is r sin theta cos phi, and if this is r sin theta, if I rotate it towards y, so what will be this y? So this y will be your this y will be your r sin theta and rotate in this direction. So it is 90 minus theta, so it is r sin theta sin phi. So y equal to, it will be r sin theta and sin phi. So this will be your resolution. And z, it is very simple. For z, what we can write? Z equals to this r, making theta with the x-axis, so r cos theta. So z equals to, it is your r cos theta. Okay, so in this way we can have the magnitude transformation between this spherical and Cartesian coordinates. Okay, in this way we can have this transformation. Means if it is given in xyz, that is Cartesian, we can convert it into the spherical coordinates. R theta and phi we can determine by these three formulas, and if it is given in a spherical coordinate system, if the spherical coordinates are known, with these three formulas we can calculate its Cartesian equivalent. So this is the these are the important relations by which we can convert it. Now we will see the transformation between the unit vectors. Okay, so we had while we were discussing the cylindrical coordinate system,